Hello everyone, before we start today's video I just want to let you know that this is a collaboration that Cody from Indie Game Pulse has started with a top 40 upcoming indie games we're looking forward to in 2022, where 4 YouTube channels are putting up a top 10 list each. This is our one. I will link the other 3 videos in the top pinned comment as well as at the end card of this video. So let's get started. Hello friends, it's Dave here from SaveDex.
And I'm Sophie.
And thank you Cody for inviting us to join your mega collaboration of the top indie games we're looking forward to next year. We've got 10 picks here from our channel, starting off with 5 from Sophie and then 5 from me. You'll probably get an idea of the sort of games we're into. Sophie, you like your cosy games, don't you?
I really do.
So let's hear what 5 cozier games you're looking forward to next year before moving on to my ones.
My first choice is Kittori Academy, formerly known as Witchery Academy, which was a far superior name, but never mind. This is a cosy simulation game combining elements of witchcraft, farming and room design. One element I really like about this is the fact that it's a 3D game, whereas we usually see these sorts of games as a top-down pixel art affair, which is still cool, given a few of my picks, but it's good to have something a little different. It's coming to both Steam and Switch and I can't wait to dive into this game, exploring the academy, bonding with my spirit animal which looks customizable, and brewing up some spells for a magical game experience. Next we have Snacko, and you're probably guessing what sort of games I'm into here. This seems like a culmination of everything I love. Designing homes and towns like in Animal Crossing, fishing and farming like Stardew Valley, serving people food with recipes to unlock, and if it lets you name the restaurant, I'll definitely be calling it Snacko Bell. And if that's not enough, it lets you play as an adorable cat, and has 2D pixel art characters in a 3D environment, like Paper Mario. Having cows and chickens would have been enough to sell this to me, but the blurb says they are fluffy cows and cuddly chickens. Shut up and take my money. My third pick is Yokai Inn. Just the name alone caught my attention, seeing that I'm a big fan of Yokai Watch, but this is a different type of game. Having seen the developer on Twitter, Shiba Pixels, and thoroughly enjoying their artwork really made me excited to see more for this game, and having seen the trailers it looks like it will more than live up to my expectations. You have an isometric view this time in a Japanese inspired life sim. It has all the usual tropes I love in these games, such as farming, crafting, animal husbandry, and exploring beautifully detailed environments. And there's yokai in this as well. Who'd have guessed? There is no solid release window for Haunted Chocolatier, but it still could release in 2022, so it kinda counts. I'm a big fan of Stardew Valley, so seeing Concerned Ape making a similar style game would instantly draw my attention. This is an RPG simulation game where you gather rare ingredients, make chocolates, and then sell them. It looks like you employ ghostly beings in your shop, which I think could really boost your sales. I know there's plenty of eyes watching this one, and 2 of them definitely belong to me. So, going from Concerned Ape project to a Chucklefish project, I do love the Stardew Valley team. Witchbrook is an upcoming project which we've yet to see a trailer for, so please make do with these lovely screenshots. If you want to get in touch with your inner witch, what better way to do that than with a game where you're a witch in training? I know there's Kittori Academy as well, but why not get both? This one has an isometric viewpoint with beautiful detailed pixel art environments which really warms your cockles. So hopefully soon more details will appear and we can add it to our witch list. How about you, Dave?
Well, the first of my 5 games I'm looking forward to is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This is a beat 'em up game being developed by Dotemu, a team that I have a lot of respect for, not just for their amazing remake of one of my favourite games of all time, Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, but also for the excellent Streets of Rage 4 last year. They have proven that they can revive a popular beat 'em up series with great success, so it's only fitting that they do the same with the Turtles. This seems to follow in the footsteps of the insanely popular Turtles in Time game from the 90s and allows you to play as the 4 Turtles as well as April O'Neil for some fun solo or co-op action both locally and online. Let us know what your favourite turtle is in those comments. For me, it's Donatello. He does machines. My next pick is Lil Gator Game. This is a game that looks like a cross between Breath of the Wild and A Short Hike. This only came to my attention recently and it looks fantastic. Set on an island playground, the trailer hints at a story involving a young gator whose older sister is outgrowing the games that they like to play, which could be a sad experience, but we can still have fun with this, exploring the island, helping islanders with their quests, he even has a hat like Link's as well as a glider, stamina and climbing. Injecting that Breath of the Wild magic into a Short Hike like experience is bound to make for an excellent overall time. Looking forward to this one. My third pick is Blossom Tales 2 The Minotaur Prince. I'm a fan of Zelda games, and when I discovered the original Blossom Tales a few years ago, it was right up my street. It clearly takes its inspiration from the 2D Zelda games, most notably A Link to the Past. I really like the context of the adventure being a grandfather telling the story to his grandkids. Even when you died, they would explain away the checkpoint loading with him admitting he got some details wrong so he needs to go back a bit. I only discovered this game was getting a sequel when preparing for this list, and it had to go straight on there. We don't see a whole lot of new top-down Zeldas nowadays, so when another company wants to make something similar, then it is alright by me. If it is as good as the first one, then we're in for a real treat here. My next pick is Sports Story. Back in 2017, the Nintendo Switch received an exclusive RPG game about golf. It was called Golf Story, and what a delight that game was. Not only did it tell a great story with a brilliant cast of characters and a lot of humour, but the golf mechanics themselves worked really well. But what if they took that game and made a sequel, and it incorporates other sports as well? Tennis, football, baseball, maybe golf as well? And you can mix them all together, it seems. Someone hits a tennis ball at you with a golf club and you whack it into a football net with your baseball bat? Cool. There's no solid release date at the time of recording, but hopefully this will launch next year, and I'll be right there day one. That would be most sporting, I suppose. And my final game is Clive and Ranch. This is a game I've been following for quite a while. I'm a huge fan of 3D platformers, our Marios and Banjos, Crashes and Spyros back in the day, and although that genre phased out a bit, it has had a resurgence recently with Yooka-Laylee, Hat in Time, Poi, Castle on the Coast, and hopefully soon, Clive and Ranch. This looks to be a real love letter to that era of 3D platformers from the N64 PS1 days, playing as a buddy animal duo who complement each other to pull off their moves, going through the stages taking place in different eras in time, and you use a fridge to time travel. Of course you do. The website currently has a TBC 2022 release date, and I hope this is the case as this is a passion project from a solo developer for about 10 years now, and I cannot wait to dive into this when it finally releases. If you like 3D platformers, this is definitely one to keep an eye on. So those were our 10 picks. What is the one you're most looking forward to, Sophie?
I think I'm most anticipating Witchbrook because I've been waiting a long time for it and I'm always excited when you hear updates from it. And
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a trailer soon for it.
fingers crossed.
For me, definitely Clive and Ranch. 3D platformers, they're just my thing. Just really looking forward to that one. Thank you again, Cody, for inviting us on here as well. I hope you enjoy watching the other top 10 videos that are going up as well, because there's quite a lot of indie games coming out next year that a lot of people are looking forward to.
100%. We'll see you soon.